What's up, VC Talk Guy, the Thrashing Zombie here with Listening Booth. It's June 2nd, and let's go through all the albums I listened to last month. Not a lot of albums here. I listened to a lot streaming, some cassettes, which I'm probably not going to show. I did a lot of copying from vinyl onto tapes. I made a mixtape of songs, a couple of them. I don't know. I've always loved making mixtapes, so the vinyl is very slim, really. Usually this box is almost full, but it's not. And Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Yeah, just felt like listening to some Aerosmith. Plus, I got some sun last weekend, and it's starting to peel, so kind of itchy. Same Old Song and Dance is on here. Seasons of Wither. Train Kept Rolling. It's a pretty good album. Led Zeppelin 2. I need to find a better copy. I'm going to go to Sign and Design and find a good copy there. He's got like fucking a dozen of these, all different prices and shit, so try to find a better copy, better jacket. This one is all beat, and it's pretty noisy when it plays, but what is there to say about Led Zeppelin 2? So this is a reissue of their first album. I felt like listening to Led Zeppelin the other day, I don't know why. Good Times, Bad Times, Dazed and Confused. I think I bought this at Walmart. Yeah, Led Zeppelin. This one, Blood or Whiskey. Cashed Out on Culture. Right? Is that what it's called? Cashed Out on Culture. Irish punk band. Incorporates a lot of Irish type instruments and music sort of shit in there. Interesting listen. Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. Mouth for War. Fucking Hostile. Walk. What's else? This Love. A New Level. And on the second side, By Demons Be Driven. No Good, Attack the Radical. Fucking amazing album right there. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm a big fan of New Jersey and Slippery When Wet. Ones before that, they're alright. Probably because, these are all over the radio and this is just what I know. Bad Medicine, Lay Your Hands on Me, Born to Be My Baby, Living in Sin. Stick to Your Guns, I'll Be There for You. Yeah, just hits after hits on that album. High Command, Beyond the Wall of Desolation. Black thrash is what I would call it. Maybe a little bit of death metal in there. Couldn't tell you any of the songs because I don't know. I should probably just sit there and listen to that one. Just do nothing but listen, but I just don't. I throw it on. And we got Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party. This is just a fun album. It's got the Weird Science on it. Dead Man's Party. Yeah. Just kind of a fun album. What is it? New wave, kind of synthy kind of shit. Need to change out that. It doesn't really fit that well in there. Yeah, Dead Man's Party. Xenatrix, Bury the Pain. When this first came out, I thought this was like their first album, and I came to find out they've been around since the 80s. I feel like an idiot. Because there's a lot of bands that I didn't know about in the 80s. Like the more underground or more obscure, not so popular bands that I had no idea about. because I tried watching Headbangers Ball as much as I could, but I didn't watch it every Saturday. So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. My wife's favorite artist, Joe Bonamassa, Different Shades of Blue. Yeah, I mean, guitar works great. Whatever. Metal Church, The Human Factor, Date with Poverty, The Human Factor, In Mourning, In Harm's Way. Just great album there. Fate's Warning, Parallels, Point of View, Road Goes On Forever. Very mellow metal compared to what I was listening to at the time, but I really enjoyed it. Metallica's Black Album. What's your say about this? You either love it or you hate it. I think they sold out here. I don't believe this is the album they sold out on. This was a transition period. It was still metal. Maybe Nothing Else Matters was kind of the sellout point. The rest of this album had some heavy moments in it to me. Some speedier moments. It wasn't thrashy really, but it was very. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It wasn't like straight, pop metal or anything like that, in my opinion. The albums after this, Load and Reload, were the sellout points because that's where they went more mellow. They cut their hair. They wore makeup. They freaking were dressing like fancy kind of shit. That was the sellout point. This album was transitioning from the thrashy speed metal type stuff, and then they were kind of like, okay, we had a hit with video 1. Let's see what we can do here. This has some heavy shit on it, man. I mean, the sound's great, and I'm not going to get into the whole debate. I really like this album. I mean, it was a departure from their last 4 albums, but I mean, it's still a good album. Load and Reload. Yeah, I don't know. Incantation. This is their newest one. Unholy Devication. Deification? I don't fucking know. It's just like some weird beast made of demons or something. I don't know. I've been trying to get into more brutal death metal or whatever this would be called. This kind of death metal. This suffocation, immolation, this kind of stuff. Gate Creeper's great. Stuff like that. It's heavier, and I can't really understand what they're saying. Even following along with the lyrics, I'm still kind of like, what? That's not what he's saying. Judas Priest, Painkiller. Still one of the greatest early 90s fucking metal albums ever. Speed metal. Especially the title track. That's a straight up speed metal fucking song. Great fucking album. Still got that synth in there, but it's good. It's really good. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. Who hasn't heard Painkiller? Killer Dwarfs, Dirty Weapons. This should have been a huge album, and I mean, it didn't get huge. I don't know. Dirty Weapons. Nothing Gets Nothing, All That We Dream. Doesn't Matter, Last Laugh. I always love that tune a lot, Last Laugh. Coming Through is great. One Way Out. Appeal. Not Foolin', Want It Bad. Dirty Weapons. Killer Dwarfs. White Lion, Big Game. Going Home Tonight, Dirty Woman, Little Fighter, Broken Home, Living on the Edge. Radar Love's on here. I mean, that was an okay cover. Wasn't my favorite. Let's Get Crazy. Don't Say It's Over. I really like White Lion. I mean, I don't know. Whole debate about what's certain glam metal or hair metal bands from the 80s. Early stuff, later stuff. I personally kind of like the later stuff more. Entombed, this is a greatest hits called Entombed. A bunch of tracks from their first 5, 6 albums, 4 albums, I'm not sure. Out of Hand, God of Thunder, which is a cover, shouldn't be on here personally. It's not theirs. It's a cover track. So I don't know why it's on here. Black Breath, Stranger Eons, Dusk, Shreds of Flesh. What else is on here? Crawl. So they got 3 songs. 3 songs? Yeah. Because that's on, yeah. I think Crawl, Forsaken, Bitter Loss, Night of the Vampire, State of Emergency, and Vandal X. Entombed is one of those bands I found, and I was just like, this band is awesome. I love it. Even though they went different sounds later, on the 3rd album. Another newer band I love, Revocation, Chaos of Forms. It's just a different kind of take on death metal, very kind of progressive-y, but also you can kind of hear Dave Davidson, the guitarist and lead singer, his jazz influence in the music, which is kind of weird to say, but it sounds like a jazzy mix of metal, but it doesn't sound like jazz. I don't know how to explain it, but Cretan Cradle Robber, Conjuring the Cataclysm, the title track, Dethroned, Reprogrammed. Somebody on Banger TV, if you watch that YouTube channel with the reviews and stuff, I forgot what it was, the comedy dude there with the blondish hair, he said that Revocation is like the vanilla death metal. I mean, I guess. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, 2 record set, supposed to be superior sounding to me. Doesn't really sound superior to me. Maybe it's just the way it was recorded. Sounds very thin in my opinion. But it could have been just the way it was recorded. Whereas the Entombed albums, they're full dynamic versions. I have first 3 albums, and they all sound very full and room filling, and this does not sound that way. I mean, it's still a great album. It says cut from the original high definition masters, spread over 2 LPs for ultimate sound quality. Maybe with a different turntable and a different stylus and speakers, maybe it would sound huge. It doesn't sound huge to me. But like I said, it could just be the way that it's actually recorded. I don't know. But yes, got Cemetery Gates on here, Heresy, Domination, Cowboys from Hell, obviously. Primal Concrete Sledge, Psycho Holidays on here, Shattered, Clash with Reality, Medicine Man, Message in Blood to Sleep, and The Art of Shredding. Who doesn't love a tune called The Art of Shredding? I think this is still when they called him Diamond Daryl instead of Dimebag Daryl. It was still Diamond Daryl in this album. It was the next one where they changed it to Dimebag, I think. Unless they changed it on here to make it seem that way, but I think they were still being called Diamond Daryl. If I remember back in the day. That is it. That is all the albums. Like I said, I listened to some other cassettes, like the Organization cassette I had. Listened to that. A mix of stuff which I didn't show because I made mixtapes because I didn't show those albums because I only listened to one song from those albums, not the whole album. So, yeah, that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching and rock on.